Well, it's a little bit more Guten Tag than Bonjour, FSG.
Yep, it is, isn't it, Args? We have left the valley of Pallegney due to technical issues, shall we call it that?
Yes, that's right.
And we are here in Germany on north of Friesland, which is an excellent map.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, it is a beautiful map. Had a good look around it and doing something a little bit different. Well, not different. We've done this before, but we've got two different farms. You've got a farm there behind you, and my farm's behind me, and we've kind of met on the border here in the middle of the road.
That's right, yeah, we're kind of going to do our own thing, look after our own animals, but obviously a lot of shared work. We've got different machinery, so you're going to need some of my machinery and vice versa. I'm going to need some of yours. So yeah, it's a bit of a cooperative farm gig, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the idea. And there's probably quite a bit of stuff we're going to need that neither of us have and we're going to have to buy. So,
that's right. Yeah, so we need to make some money pretty quickly as well.
Definitely will. But animals, I think, will be the first priority, keeping them fed and happy. And then from there, I guess it's how can we make some money out of these two farms?
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. So we've got a mix of crops and things. I think we're just going to go and look at our own farms now, aren't we? So if you're watching my vid, definitely go and check out Argsy's, and hopefully vice versa. If you're watching Argsy's, go check out mine.
Yeah, figure out what each of us are doing, and I guess I'll catch you soon. I think I'm going to mow a bit of grass and start on some, I don't know, some silage or something for the TMR I'll need because I've got dairy cows, and I don't know, whatever you're going to be doing.
Yeah, sounds good. I think I might dive into some beets. I've got some baby piggies that are squealing and are needing some food, so I might just get them some food off the bat and then, yeah, worry about everything else later.
Nice one. All right, well, I'll pop down and give you a hand hauling those in a little bit if you like, but I'm going to sort out a few things down my end.
Yeah, excellent. And when you're ready to shift some grass out of the field, let me know and I'll come and give you a hand.
Perfect. Sounds good.
All right.
Easy.
See you in a bit.
Cheers, mate. We'll see you soon.
Bye. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Yes, a little bit of a fresh start here. We were just getting constant issues with the server and the mods and what we were running on Pallegney. It just wasn't clicking. I think the map had been updated a few times as well, so we had a few, I don't know, anomalies that were just creeping in, and we kept losing game saves and stuff like that. So we thought we'd have a bit of a fresh start. Now, I watched Mr. Seeley P's video on this map. He did his map tour of this and spoke very highly of it. So both Args and I thought we'd check this out. And so far, really liking it indeed. So this is my farm here. There's my little house. I've decided to go with Deutz equipment just to be a little bit different. You can also see there we have got the beet harvester in there, relatively small one. Our beet fields aren't massive. We've got two huge piggy sheds here, and we've also got a nice class Scorpion telehandler. And then over here, as we said at the start there, we've got different machinery. So Args doesn't have a combine yet, but I do. So when he wants to harvest his crops, he can jump in and use that. I only have a maize header at the moment. I'll need to buy a cereal crop header, but we'll worry about that at a later date. And I've also got this massive Volvo for hauling pig food and things like that around. But yeah, it's a nice little farm. Nice sheds. Got a fuel tank over there as well. And then our fields are all around. So we jump into the PDA. I'll let you see the fields. So there's the map. Very nice map indeed. Lots of different field options and layouts. It's very, very good. Now if I zoom in slightly to here, we've got the railway track that runs just down here. And then obviously we gave Argsy the orange farm. So that's him down here. We'll have a look at that in a sec. And this is us up here. So a couple of big fields in 8 and 5. We've got beets and sunflowers in these fields down here as well. Again, thinking about the crops that we need for the pigs. But we've got some cereal crops in here as well, and we've got some corn in here again for the pigs. Argsy, on the other hand, he has got a massive field here of corn, and then 3 very big grass fields down here, because obviously he's focusing on cattle. He's got dairy cattle, so he's focusing on those. He's also got a very nice little farm with some very big silage pads down there as well, so that's going to keep him busy, and of course he'll want a bit of a hand from us there as well. So, in fact, we look through the windows here, we should maybe be able to see our pigs. If not, we'll have to walk down the other end. I can't see them. I'll have to walk down the other end. I can hear them. There we go. tucked away in these sheds here, because as they get bigger, they're going to get moved into these ones over here. So, loads and loads of pigs. 180 in total. They're going to need some food. So, on that note, I think we're going to get the beet harvester out, and we're going to get stuck into the beets. We've got massive slurry pits here as well. Imagine these pigs, as we expand, are going to absolutely provide us with as much fertilizer as we need. We've got another gate here, actually, which is quite nice. I'll open that so we can access things. Our beet field is just down here. We've got, like I said, a couple of sunflower fields here. They aren't ready for harvest yet. And beyond those, we have got our beets. So, let's run the beet harvester down, get it started. It does have a hopper in it, which is good. So, it can run of its own accord, and we can potentially run a trailer down. But I'll get in the harvester to start with. I'll run it, and we'll see what Args is going to do, or when he wants to come and help us. If not, we could use a hired worker. Now, in terms of storage for the beets, I was thinking we could potentially just dump them in here. We do have a silo, but maybe dumping on the floor could be quite good fun. Certainly that's what's done in the UK. We don't tend to store them in silos, a little bit unrealistic. So, here we go. We're in the Agrifac, a slightly smaller beet harvester. I really like this. A little bit more compact than the huge ones, maybe a little bit more appropriate for this map. So, let's roll this out of here and work out how to get to our field. I think it's straight along the road. Now, driving along here just gives you an idea for the immense amount of detail on this map. It's absolutely beautiful. Lovely landscaping, loads of detail. Look at that, people just waiting at the bus stop there. Really nicely done. And here is our little beet field. A lot of ditches and waterways on this map. Now, I don't think that's the official route into the field there, but I'm not sure where the official route in is. Now, looking at the map here, looks like we have missed a turn. We actually drive through a housing estate to get to our field. I need to turn around. Right, here's our route to our field. Like I said, down past some houses, but look at that. A little robotic lawnmower in the garden there. I think that's the first time I've ever seen that in FarmSim. Very cool. Right. Okay, this isn't as cumbersome as I thought it might be. I'm sure if you live in the houses, you're delighted to see this massive machinery rocking past every time the beets need harvesting. But we are here. Let's get this unfolded. Let's power it up and see how we get on. We do have a topper attached to the front as well, so that's good. I might have to put the pipe back in to go past these trees. Yeah, put that in the way. I need to sort that, but we'll crack on and we will clear this field. I am not a root crop person, but quite looking forward to this, if I'm being honest. Right, we're up and running. I have got a little bit of steering assist on here, just because it's so narrow. It definitely helps. We're doing a lot of headlands here, which makes sense, again, because of the width of the vehicle. But, like I said before, this turning circle of this wheel makes it relatively easy to get stuff done. It's good. So, we'll push on for a bit. And we'll come back probably when we need our first unload. Right, we made it round once. I am on 76%. We had to do a few little extra bits just to dodge trees and cut out a few things, but we're looking good, and this thing is moving fast. I am quite impressed with it, I have to say. Hopefully we've got enough space around us to pull in a trailer. I think I might just stop just here. I know we're not on full here, but that looks like a nice spot to maybe unload. So, let's go and grab the tractor, get things unloaded. And there is our tractor of choice, the 8280 Warrior. I had the privilege of driving one of these a couple of years ago when we visited Deutschfahr for FarmCon. Lovely, lovely tractors, and really nice in the black. So, nice to be driving these. Nice to do something a bit different as well. Now let's see how we can get on with this. Getting down that narrow road and into the field. I think actually this trailer is roughly the same capacity as the hopper on the harvester, so I think we might get a full load in this trailer and have to come back to the yard. So I think at maybe that point we might put the beet harvester on a worker, on a hired worker, so that we can haul the trailer. We'll also obviously Argsy's offered to help us haul as well, so depending on how he's getting on with this grass, we'll take advantage of that as well. So here we go, under here. It's probably the only time we'll have issues with unloading. Yeah, look at that. It's filling up quick. Yeah, once we've cut out a few more headlands, we'll have no issues. But I think that looks like a full trailer load almost. 76% in total. Okay. We'll leave him there. And we'll go and do a bit more. Right, we're back up and running, making good progress here. Nearly another full hopper here. So, yeah, I'm impressed with how quickly we're going here. It's 6 miles an hour, but it feels faster. I don't know why. But I am loving this. I am loving this little harvester. Very cool. I think the first thing we'll do is literally dump these beets straight into the pig sheds, because they are completely foodless at the moment. Not sure if there's any prep we have to do. I don't think so. So yeah, we'll tip the first trailer load in so they are not hungry anymore, and then we'll start storing them after that. Like I said, I'm still undecided. Tipping them into a silo doesn't feel like the right thing to do. They could just end up on the floor. We do have that massive Volvo wheel loader to help us move stuff about, so that could be the solution we go for. But let's push on. Let's get this load full, and then we'll come back and have a chat. Right, we're full. And we know we've only got 25% left in this trailer, so we should just top this up quickly, get it over to the pigs, and then get back into this. Now I could, at this point, hire a worker, but I think they'd probably be full by the time we got back, so I'm sure it can wait for a few minutes. It's not going to be the end of the world, is it? There we go, just roll under there, get this last little bit in, navigate this narrow lane, and we are done. There we go. 20,000 litres in the trailer. So just slightly more than the hopper and the beet harvester will take. Squeeze down these lanes. Check Args isn't coming. I know he was off shopping for some new equipment. Right, let's find our trigger point. We've only got one of the sheds full at the moment. We can obviously fill both of these. So our pig empire could be huge soon. Just got to work out where the trigger is. Oh, there we go. I had to turn on the interactive markers just to help me. New map and all that, but there we go. First load of food for the pigs. That'll go into the hoppers at the top. And that'll keep them fed. Now, we'll just have a quick check. See how much more they need. Oh, there we go, 20,000 litres. Looks like we'll take 100,000 litres in total here. We've got root crops, only 5% effectiveness though, so we really need to get some other stuff in there, grains, proteins, and base food as well. So yeah, that's not hugely effective, but when we throw in the other stuff, we should be good. Right, there we go, unloaded. So ideally we need our corn sitting in the field opposite. We need that out of the ground soon as well, if we're going to give our pigs the best feed we can. And then proteins as well, I think, is the other one, which would be our sunflowers, I think. We've got in the next couple of fields, which aren't ready yet either, so just have to tide things by for a few months until such time that all the crops are ready. I'm going to open these gates too, it'll help us run out a bit easier. Drive in that way anyway, and drive out the other way. Right, let's park this up again and dive back into the beets. Right, there we go. Get these in here. See how much this will take now. Best part of a full trailer again, look at that. That's fine. Right, and we'll push on with the harvester. Right, we are dumping our second load in the shed here. It doesn't unload in the silo, which is interesting, so we are going to have to use the shed. In fact, I might put it in the bottom corner. I'm now slightly worried that my big Volvo won't get under this door here. But let's tip this in the corner, and then we'll worry about it another time. There we go. That all out. A little bit more to go. Nice shed, this nice big shed. Totally lends itself to storage. Right, I might just leave this here. Arg said he's just about finished. He said he'd radio me when he was ready, so I'll leave this here for him. I'll go back to the harvester. Right, let's push on. Looks like we're going to get a bit of help in a minute, so we'll look forward to that.
Argsy FSG.
Go ahead, mate.
Do you need a hand down there with moving your beets around?
If you're at a loose end, I wouldn't say no. I've got 73% in the hopper. I've just tipped a load in the shed back at the yard, and the trailer's still down there. Okay. So yeah, if you fancy mucking in, I don't mind.
Yeah. Well, I've finished my baling, so I thought if I come down and give you a hand do that, then you could perhaps once we're finished come down and help me move the bales off the field.
Yeah, more than happy to. No worries at all.
Excellent. All right, I'll pop down. I'll see you in a minute.
Tremendous, thanks, mate.
No worries.
There we go. Bit of community effort on the farm there. We've got quite a lot still to do on this field, so I will take all the help I can get. We'll shift a few loads down here. I don't need to get all of these off the ground today, to be honest. There's a few more months of harvest that we can do, so if there's a point at which that I stop doing this and come and finish it later on and we go and help Args, we can do that as well. FSG to Args.
Go ahead, mate.
You've just missed the turn-in.
You have
to drive between the houses.
Oh, between the houses?
Yeah.
Alright, well, wish me luck turning around. I'll see if I can get back there.
Keep an eye on the first house as you drive in as well. Tell me what you see, which is quite cool.
Alright, I'll take a look.
He did exactly what I did. It's not the most logical thing. But we are watching him do quite a nice little turn here. Good effort. Well done, mate. Yeah, we're reversing back up to start this row, so we are auger out for Args, or we would have been driving up the other way. Obviously we're on 100% anyway, so we wouldn't have got anything else in the hopper, but once he'd come to unload us, there will be a little bit of space left in that trailer, so just roll forward until we get... There we go. Got our trigger next row. Ah, he stopped. He's having a look at it. The robot mower.
Was I looking out for the person hanging up their washing or the robotic lawnmower?
Yeah, the little robotic lawnmower I thought was quite cool.
Nice little touch, eh? Little things like that that just bring a map to life.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
Hmm.
Thank you for the help, by the way.
Yeah,
Much appreciated.
That's all right. That's all right. Nice tractor there.
Yeah, recognise that?
Yeah, I do actually. I do indeed.
I said at the start of the vid actually that we'd driven them at Deutz-Fahr a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I said exactly the same thing when I saw it. I was like, oh, I've had the pleasure of seeing where these got built. Very appropriate. Right. I'll just, what? Does the hopper fill up once? Or?
There's about 76% in the trailer. Yeah, it needs about another 15% in or 16% in, top it up. So, okay, you can run alongside me for half a row and you'll probably be full.
Yeah, sounds good. Perfect. Who'd have thought you'd see FSG doing root crops?
Doing root crops and enjoying it. It's actually really good fun.
Oh, there you go. Good on you. I did see where you were dumping them in the shed, so...
Alright, nice one.
I will add to the pile.
Excellent, thank you, mate.
Perfect. No worries.
Always great when you can get a hand from the neighbours. And yeah, he's 93% in there already, so he's not far off. He estimated that wrong. So, hopefully, by the time he's unloaded that and come back, we might have a decent hopper full. There we go. I'm loving the fact that you can see in the top corner there how much is in the trailer. So that is him done. Let's see how much more we can get done before he comes back. Start to split the field now as well, can't we? Now we're on the headlands. Now we've done the headlands and we're on the up and down rows. We can just dive up any one of these. The beauty of having some GPS built into the game. Right, end of the row here, 91% in the trailer, so we've just timed this almost perfectly. Look at that. Tremendous. 92, 93, and there we go. Get the last little bits out. We are done. And we can head off now and give Argsy a hand. Power this down. This has been a brilliant bit kit. I've absolutely loved using this. Good find. I knew it was in the game, but yeah. Great find. Very pleased with that. Fantastic. Right. We will see you back at the yard. Well, probably we'll head straight down to Argsy's. Here we go. Try and squeeze through the narrow gate. Perfect. Now I'm going to just park this under here, I think. There's Args just in the shed there as well. I'll have a quick chat with him. Appreciate your help with that, mate. Very helpful.
Yeah. No dramas. It's good to be able to keep the harvester moving, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Right, would you like a help with your bales?
Yeah, that'd be nice, actually. You got a good stack of red beets in there.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's brilliant. They wouldn't go in the silo, actually. I did try, but no, they wouldn't go in, so... Perfect place for them.
It is, because you can come in that other door to pick them up with your wheel loader.
That's right. Yep.
Very clever. Yeah, if you want to come down, if you want to load the bales up, I'm going to set this... I've got the extractor to set up so you can pick the bales up, drop them off, and I'll load those on.
Excellent, let's do it.
Alright, sounds good.
Right, let's head down to Argsy's farm, which is literally just here. First time we've seen it as well, so I'll have a little nosy around. Thought I'd bring a tractor down rather than walk down, just in case he wanted me to use this tractor rather than his. But here we are.
I was just saying it's 400 metres and you had to drive down here.
Yeah, I just thought maybe you needed the tractor or something, I don't know, but then I see that lovely stealthy Valtra there and I'm like, okay, mine looks a little bit rubbish compared to that.
Yeah, no, fair enough, fair enough. That's a good reason. I'll let you off. Yeah, so if you want to take the Valtra, so the field's just over the road.
Okay.
I'm going to set the wrapper up next to the silage bunkers just over the way there as well. So there's space against the trees on the left-hand side.
Yeah, nice. Good call.
So if you want to go and grab a load of bales and bring them in, and I'll set about getting that set up and loaded and wrapping.
I'll absolutely do that. No worries at all. Happy to help.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right. Right, let's have a look at what Argsy's little setup is. He's got this rolling bagger here, which actually is one of those mods that's been in game for years, but always gets forgotten about. It really, really clever bit of kit. You'll see it in action now, and the Argsy bale auto stacker as well, which I love. Nice little farm going on here though for Args. He's got his cow shed, see it. We've got a few sheds over there. Nice farmhouse. I did, when I set this up for him though, give him a little special edition Fent. Got his Argsy orange wheels and seat. And also gave him an orange set of mowers as well, just as a little prezzy. And he's got, I'm going to be taking advantage, well I'm not going to be taking advantage of this because I need the corn, but corn silage. Argsy's got a bit of a beast of a forage harvester there as well. So, right, let's not waste any more time, let's get over and get some of these bales stacked. Right, here we are, in the very nice Valtra. And again, the Argsy bale stacker is a really nice bit of kit that doesn't really get the justice it deserves sometimes. I've seen one of these in real life and they are absolutely colossal. Huge things. So, we should have some fun here. Well, let's get it unfolded, operating position, and let's start stacking some bales. We'll come back with a full load and then we'll give you a little bit of a demo of how Argsy's going to be using that bale wrapper. A nice idea actually. Looks like me. First load done. 14 bales. Let's roll back. Actually have to come out of this field and back in, I think. I think there's no way of getting directly to where Args is. There's yeah, too many trees and bushes there, so I'll quickly run out onto the road. And tip. A nice little touch putting them next to the bale stacker though. There we go. Look, he's got his first few in. So I will, what do we think, somewhere like this? We'll work out how to unload it actually. Unload bales Y, I was going to press X, that wouldn't have gone down very well, would it? He's got the joy of spiking these as well, he doesn't need to worry about spiking the wrapping here. So there we go, unload bales here, dropped nicely. I'll roll forward a little bit, there we go, and off he goes. I might watch him for a little bit here, this will be worth a watch. That will fold up again. We can run it back to the field. Alright, let's see how he gets on with this. Nice big stack of bales there. And what he does is drops them in. See how many you can take in one go. He's got 2 there. He'll drop them in here. You can see there's 1 in there already. It basically wraps them. You can see 1 wrap there. And as it wraps them, it moves forward of its own accord as well. Great bit of kit. I've only ever used it with round bales actually, so interesting to see it being done with squares. There you go, and like I said, as it gets a little bit further on, pop another one in now. There you go. It will start to roll forward and you can create this big, it's like an ag bagger that you see in the States. Does exactly the same thing, but mechanically it's great. So very clever that. Look at the way it's rolling forward after he's dropped the bale in. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. Right, looks like he's going to get through those bales pretty quick, so I better go and get him another stack rather than standing around watching. We get the majority of a load in to this one trailer here, and back to him pretty quick. I don't have a full load here, but I do think maybe Args would like to keep loading. So we'll get these over, and then we'll go and grab the rest quickly. There we go. In fact, look, there he is. Last one. Timed it perfectly. Timed it perfectly. And look at that snake now, bales. Very cool. This will keep him going for a bit. And then we'll go and grab those other ones. And then we'll be done. Very, very efficient way of doing bales, actually. Go. Would have timed that better if we tried. Thing folded up. Right, last bale coming up. Last 8 bales in the field. Mark is still working that second stack that I dropped off, which is good. So we've kept him busy. He's not been hanging around for us. Very pleased about that. And there we go. Job done. Move that into transport position to head down the road. And we will drop these off. Ready for Args to load up. Right, reverse up so easy access for him. I think we'll get them all in for the road. 8 left. I'm going to get it right close to the road, but it could be perfect. Could be absolutely perfect. Right. There we go. Get everything folded up. Let's jump out and watch. Go. Last one wrapped. Beautifully done. What a great solution. I think Args will disconnect it now. So it can be moved then to the next point. The next stack of bales. Yep, there we go. Look. Hopefully it doesn't clash with the tree too much. You have this nice long snake of bales now, all ready to sit and ferment the next wee while. Managed to not push them into the river either. But there we go, fermenting 0% at the moment, of course. That was good fun.
Thanks, buddy. It was. I'll tell you what, you figure another way to wrap 33 bales that quickly.
That was rapid, wasn't it? Absolutely rapid.
Yeah. Yeah, it is quite a good way. And yeah, we were saying earlier, it's quite an often overlooked method of wrapping.
It is. It's a shame because it's a very, well used solution for farmers. But for some reason in the game, it sits there collecting dust. So yeah, nice to see it being used.
Yeah, and when you've got a bit of dead sort of land like this, I guess it's easy to use too. Somewhere to put it.
Absolutely.
It's kind of out of the way, but yeah, that's fun. Oh, thank you for the help. That made it much quicker too, not having to go and pick the bales up myself.
Yeah, no, definitely cut down the time as well. So loving the efficiency. Brilliant.
Yeah, perfect. All right, mate. Well, that was fun. Sort of introduction to a new way of farming for us. Something a bit different. See how it works out over the coming weeks.
That's right. Yeah, and we've got a bit of variety coming down the line as well, haven't we? Different crops and things to harvest. So should be good fun.
Yeah, we'll be dropping some forage into these bunkers very soon, I imagine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, perfect. All right, mate. Well, you have a good week, and look forward to catching you next week.
Yeah, likewise, mate. Have a good one.
All right.
Catch you soon.
Take care. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
There we go, folks. What a great first episode that was. I'm going to run this back to the yard for Args just to help him out. The But yeah, that Anderson bale thing, mental note for that one. Might use that one myself in another play. But for now, we'll just get everything parked up and say goodbye. A few other bits of kit sitting around here as well. There's a straw chopper there, feeder wagon. I'll have to get some food for those animals in the not too distant future. So let's just reverse this up to here, like so, and we'll be on our merry way. Right, nothing left for it than to head home. Let's put our beacons on so we don't get shouted at. And we will head out and away, and we'll be back next week. So, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's been a fun start to a new series. And I'll give it a toot the horn to Args as we head on our merry way. So, thanks for watching everybody. Have a great week wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And we'll see you again very soon. Take care. Bye for now.